Alright guys, so let's get into this. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jordan, I'm with EXP, and today we're going to be talking about what audio equipment you need to get started with video. So if you're going right into the computer, there's a couple of different things and we'll get into that. So if you take a look with me, there's 6 key pieces of equipment that you'll need for successful computer audio. You'll need an audio interface, a condenser microphone just like this one. We have this kind of setup going on right here. We'll also need a microphone cable, a microphone stand, and then a pop filter and headphones. Now we'll go into each of those pieces and what uses they have. So the audio interface looks like this. It has 2 inputs in the front, if you can see that. It also has 2 outputs on the back, and it has a USB port. So as you can see here, we have some volume knobs going on. And that's what we use for, obviously, the volume. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? And then you have a line and instrument button. And so what this does is you can select between a instrument, so like if you plug in a guitar, or if you see the other one there, you can also do things like microphones as well. And then you also have this 48V button, that is 48 volts. That's what we call phantom power in the music world, and that's what all condenser microphones need to use to power up. Obviously they need some kind of power to work for all of their different things that they do. And then you have a monitor button, so you can plug headphones directly into this port. Now this is an instrument cable. That means that this will not just plug in any headphones, you will need an adapter for this. Then you have the on and off button for that. And then if you click on this direct monitor button, that means with all its connections, you can actually listen to this directly from this volume knob, and it won't go through your computer. This is only specifically for your headphones. And then you also have the monitor volume here. And then what this guy does is it pretty much just tells how much volume will go into the computer or come out of the computer. And I already showed you the condenser microphone. Now the other thing you'll need, if you look at the screen here, is an XLR cable. Basically what this does is you have a positive, a negative, and a ground connection. And so with these 3 connections, it gives a stable audio signal like what you're hearing right now, and it'll connect you from the microphone to the recording device that you need to power up the system and get your recording for audio. Next we have the microphone stand, and you have 2 options for this. You could get a desktop stand, or you could actually get a full-on boom stand. Now this one that we have right here is the mic stand, and typically we'll use this one for a different podcast, or if you're actually using it on the desk as the desktop stand. It works really well because it's light and portable and you can move it around wherever you need to go. And then we also have pop filters and headphones. Headphones aren't required, but it is great to listen back just in case you have anything going wrong. Pop filters are great because if you have those P's or those S's, then it really picks that up and you can actually block that from getting to the microphone. It'll be a much softer sound. And then if you're using an iPhone or a camera setup, there's only 3 pieces that you'll really need for good audio quality, and that is the shotgun microphone, and some of them might need AA batteries, and then you'll also need some headphones if you want to listen back too. But depending on which situation, which setup you are, you won't have access to that headphone port. So this is what the shotgun microphone looks like right here. And then you have this wind muff on the top, so if you take it out, you'll see the actual shotgun microphone here. And if you notice, it's a directional microphone. That means that it won't necessarily catch around what's going on the sides, and it'll only catch what's coming out to where it points at. And then depending on which model you get, you'll see there's a couple of settings right here. Now this is what you call a high pass or low cut. So if your voice is way too boomy, you'll turn this switch on, and this switch will make your sound a lot more of that middle or higher sound and get rid of the low sound. You also have a 0 or plus 10 dB. Like I said, depending on which microphone you get, this might change out here or there depending on the settings, but what this does is it gives you a little bit of a volume boost. So if your microphone is too quiet, then you can definitely just bump up this button and get it at the right level that you need. Then of course, since mine is battery powered, I do have an on-off button. If yours is camera powered, meaning that your camera or your phone will power the device for the microphone, then you won't have this option, but this is my on-off button. Now, if you use a phone, you will need something to convert the sounds. Naturally, these microphones are meant to only support the cameras, so you'll need this little adapter. Basically, it's a TRS to TRRS connection. What that means is it basically converts it from a camera audio recording, and it allows you to record on the phone with this extra ring. Without going into the science of it, basically this just means it works with your phone. So you will need this. What you do is you go to the end. If you notice here, it has the 2 rings, and this one has the 3 rings. So that's the difference there. So you'll just plug the female end into the male end, and that way you have the right connections to plug into your camera. And then if you have a more modern iPhone, you will need a lightning adapter, or a dongle as they call it, and then you'll just put that right on this end to plug in. Now the other setup is the Lav Mic, and we'll need 2 to 3 pieces for this. It totally just depends on your options. Now this is the Lav Mic here. So this little clip will clip onto your shirt, and then the microphone, make sure the microphone's pointing up. It'll clip onto the shirt right on a guy's dress-up shirt where that first button would be. Now, if you're super far away, you will also need a wireless transmitter and receiver, and that would be something like this, the Rode Wireless Go packs. Mine is in white because I used to be doing some weddings as well, so this would go on the bride's dress. So this pack, if you notice on the top there's not any holes, so this one would be the receiver pack. And you'd attach this to your camera, and that's what you'd use to gather the reception. In other words, this one is the destination. So you'll plug that one with your cable. So this way, whatever you talk in the other end comes in here, goes through the cable, and you'll plug this guy into your camera, and that's how the audio goes in. Now for this guy, you have a couple options. It does have a microphone on the end there, so you can use this, but I don't necessarily recommend it. What I would do is I'd go back with my Lav microphone, like this guy, clip it on my shirt. Then I take this end and plug it into the transmitter like that. So that way I have audio coming in with the Lav microphone when I talk. And then this guy takes that audio and puts it into the camera. And that'll do it for a different kind of audio setups. I hope this helps a little bit more. If you have any questions, just put it down in the comments, and then we will see you in the next one. Thanks.